Hey guys, it's Chloe and today I'm here with a brand new video. Today I'm here with Will.I.am and he's too tall, so he's just gonna have to squat to be in frame. I've been teasing this series on this channel on Twitter, and we're finally here for it. This is part one of it's gonna be a 3-part series. There's gonna be part 1, part 2, and a finale. So this is part 1. And as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm gonna be picking my boyfriend's TBR. So you're taking a class where you have to read 30 young adult books.
Yes.
And that's where I come in. Because what better way to do this than to have me pick it for you? Because this is what I do. You have to read 30 books.
Yes.
So I figured we'd split this 2 parts, 15-15. And you have to do these prompts for half of them. So that's what we're going to discuss today, is the prompts.
Okay.
Are you excited?
No.
Are you actually going to read? I don't really think about what you're going to put out into the internet. We're going to start. We've got this huge pile of books to fit all the prompts. And I'll tell you the prompt and maybe why I pick. I don't know how I'm going to do this. We're just going to go, okay? The first prompt is to read a book that's published before 2000. And I don't think Harry Potter is considered young adult.
It's not. It's
okay.
juvenile.
That's why I didn't pick it. So, and I know you've mentioned this book. The Perks of Being a Wallflower is actually published in 1999. And it's really good. And I love it. And the movie is really good. And I know you were talking about wanting to read it. So, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. And that'll satisfy a published before 2000 prompt. Next prompt was to read 4 contemporary realistic books. And I feel like I'm the best person to get contemporary recommendations from because it's a lot of what I read. The first one I want you to read is Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. And this has a really good movie along with it that came out this year. And this is just a really good book that I think you should read. So these next couple I kind of just picked. One of them you mentioned wanting to read. And then the other 2 I just really like. So I thought you could like them too. And the first one is Tash Hart's Tolstoy. And I remember when I told you about this one, you said, do you even know who Tolstoy is? And yes, I do know who Tolstoy is. Thank you very much.
Is it because of this?
No.
Oh.
I have Anna Karenina down there. This is the one you mentioned you wanted to read, which is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. And why?
Hank Green.
Yeah, Hank Green's brother, yes. But you wanted to read it just because you like Hank Green. This is the first John Green book that I ever read. And I really enjoyed it. And I cried. And there's a movie, and it's good. Next, this book, I've read this book twice, and it has a lot of sticky notes in it. But it's Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and I feel like this is my life. So, it's my life in written form. You literally have no opinion on all of these because you're kind of just going with it. The next prompt, now that we're past the contemporary stuff, the next prompt was fantasy. And I have a lot of fantasy, but I feel like this is the one that I've read recently that I enjoyed. And that's Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. And I'm actually reading, the second and third one are up there. I'm going to be reading them for Sequel September. So like if you read this month, it's kind of like we're reading the same series and everything this month. This next prompt, I didn't have a book listed until this morning. And I had to look up to actually make sure that this is considered supernatural, because the prompt is supernatural. And this is kind of like a subgenre of supernatural maybe. And it's City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. And have you seen the movie or the TV show? So the movie, they did a movie a couple of years ago. It didn't do well in box offices. So they revamped it into a TV show that's ending next year, I think.
Oh.
Well, it got like 3 or 4 seasons. But the books are really good. And I know you're not going to read the whole series because it's a lot and it's ever expanding. But at least the first book like give you like a little taste. And it's got like vampires and demons and shit in it.
Like Buffy.
Sure. Except it's not all vampires. This next prompt is sci-fi, so I had to pick one of my all-time favorite books from one of my all-time favorite series, and that's Cinder by Marissa Meyer. And you actually already got the book, and you're listening to the audiobook, right?
Yeah, the audiobook in my car.
What chapter are you on, do you know?
27 or something? I only have 2 more discs left.
You have 2 discs left?
Yeah, there's 8 discs in the audiobook.
You're on chapter 27 and you have 2 discs left? That's not a lot.
Yeah.
What do you think of it so far?
It took at least 2 chapters to get into. The Doctor is my favorite character.
What was his name again? I can't remember.
The audiobook, it sounds so Russian. So it's
Russia.
Yeah, like I don't give a shit.
Oh, Dr. Erland.
Yeah.
Dmitry Erland. He probably is Russian.
I just like the other characters, even Cinder. It's just the sarcasm is just so abrasive. It's just not abrasive. Like, it's just annoying.
Do you think you'll continue the rest of the series for this?
I will, because I told my sister that I'm reading this, and she read the Chronicles, and she loved the Chronicles.
Your sister loves this series?
Yes.
Oh my god, I have more in common with your sister. I'm so excited.
So like,
this is going... I almost picked something else for historical, and then I was like, no, I like this one better. And for historical, we're doing The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. This is the first book I finished this year, and the sequel comes out next month. I've already pre-ordered it. And Mackenzie Lee is so nice.
Is it the same story continuing, or is it a separate story that's...
It's following a different character.
Okay, so it's just like Cinder.
Like, yeah, okay. Kind of like that.
Okay.
But obviously I haven't read the second one, so I don't know how it's going to go yet. But I'm still really excited. This could also go for an LGBT plus book as well. It could, but we're not counting it for that. We're counting it as historical, because it's set in the 1700s. Now we're finally to the book that's LGBT plus. And I could have picked so many other things for this, but I decided to pick this. I read it this year, and it's They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. Yes, yeah.
What?
The title says everything. But it's really, really good. Because this could also kind of be considered as something like futuristic. Because basically, there's this program called Deathcast that will call you at midnight on the day you're going to die. And tell you that you're going to die, basically.
So what, like live your life
basically
for the next 24 hours, like as hard as you can.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
And this is really, really good, and it's an LGBT plus.
How do you know you're going to die? Is it supernatural? Or is it like...
No, it's like...
automatically get killed, like... It's your
I
time.
don't know.
Logan's Run, kind of.
I don't really get how the whole Deathcast thing works, but this is it's a really good book, and I think this has it's part 4 parts. It's told in it's third person, but you follow different people. So you have the main 2 characters, and then you have these other people that might have gotten their Deathcast call that you're going to see as well. The next category is a multicultural book, so a diverse book. And again, I could have picked a couple of different things for this, but I ended up picking When Dimple Met Rishi by Sanjay Menon. So good. So you have this Indian girl who is starting college, and she wants to be a web designer. So she enters this competition to make, she enters this competition, and the winner gets their app funded, or potentially funded by this one person who she's a huge fan of. And then she's also, her parents have like an arranged marriage type deal.
With her or themselves?
So she is Dimple, he is Rishi.
Okay.
And he goes to this program to meet her.
Okay. Specifically,
because they've never met before.
Okay.
So yeah, but she didn't know about it. So this is really good. Here, let me look at the picture.
Is this like based off a real life story that's the author?
I'm not really sure. I know it's considered own voices because the author is also was born in India or is from India. So it is own voices, but not necessarily her story. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I read this year too, and it got me out of a reading slump. So this next book, it goes for the challenge of a book that was banned or challenged in society, schools, etc. And I don't believe this one is fully banned yet, but it has been challenged before. And it is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Angie Thomas is really nice too. And not that that's completely irrelevant, but this is such a good book, and it's really good, and it has a lot to do with things that are happening in society right now. And you saw the movie trailer, so if you read this, then we can go see the movie together. So there should be 15 books in this, but there's not. There's only 12. There are 2 categories that I had no idea what to do with, so I'm just letting you do your own thing for them.
What was the category?
The first one is nonfiction. I didn't have something to give you, so you're on your own for that. The other one is 2 graphic novels. 2 graphic novels. 1 fiction, 1 nonfiction. So there's 3 books that you need to pick on your own.
Could manga count?
I don't know. You have to talk to your professor about that. That's what I have for you. And those are the 3 that you get to figure out on your own.
Okay.
Sound good? You feel good about this? No? Didn't think so.
Go team.
Go team. Later in the month, or no, next month, we're going to post part 2, which is going to be the other half of these. And then later in December, after we get through the semester, and you get past this assignment, then we're going to come back and regroup, and you're going to talk about what you thought.
Okay.
Okay? Give me something good for this channel. Give me content. So guys, that's all we have for part 1 of this new series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you'd like to check out my vlog channel, Lessons, it's linked in the description below. And if you like what you see here, please go ahead and click subscribe. I post new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, so click subscribe so you'll be updated for when I post those. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.